Hey guys, Breakman Z here, and this is a video response to Magus X1's video on strategy guides, tip videos, all that sort of fun stuff. Now, I will admit I have used strategy guides before, and I still do today. Does that make me any less of a gamer? I don't think so, because strategy guides do provide a nice service as far as telling you where to go, hidden items you might have missed, and they do have some nice artwork. One particular strategy guide I always tend to go for is for the Ratchet and Clank series. It has a nice, gives you a nice idea on where these special bolts are and how to get skill points. And of course, it's always nice to know how the hell to do the skill points in these. I will agree that the digital age is pretty much kind of wiping the floor with strategy guides. I know that if I'm stuck on something, I tend to go to GameFAQs and look up walkthroughs, cheat codes, all that sort of fun stuff. And yes, they do still have cheat codes in games. You just gotta know where to look. Anyways, I will say strategy guides are a very nice thing as opposed to the digital age. Because, like, for example, if your computer suddenly decides to throw up and die, then you can't go to someplace like GameFAQs. But with a strategy guide, you've got a nice hard copy right there on your lap. So you can still play and find out what the hell to do. Yeah, I will agree that the GameFAQs forums are pretty much trying to weed your way through a pile of shit, but on occasion they will provide a good service. I know I've used them before to try to find tips on how to get past certain areas. Not all that much, because I can just go to a walkthrough and find out how to do things there. Anyways, yeah, I will also agree that some strategy guides are kind of pointless, especially if they're for a linear game, like say Halo 3 or Gears of War. One in particular I'm kind of confused by is, I swear this is true, there is a strategy guide out for Left 4 Dead. Now, I will say it is kind of nice to see a map of the different campaigns to see where to go, but I mean, let's face it, with the AI director, chances are things aren't going to be exactly where a guide is going to say, like zombie placement or weapons. I mean, yeah, some standard stuff will probably be in there, but I just don't see the point of a strategy guide for Left 4 Dead. I mean, there's not really any collectibles to get. Stuff changes every so often. It's just one of those cases. Why? It's just a waste of paper, if you ask me. I could be wrong. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the strategy guide. I just kind of looked at it and laughed. But yeah, for some of the more complex games, like say Final Fantasy, or the most recent one that I got was Lost Odyssey for the 360. A strategy guide can definitely help, especially if you're like me and your computer's in one room and the console's in another room. You can't really say, okay, you bad guys, wait here while I look up how to beat you. No, you've got the strategy guide right there in your lap, so you know how to kick their butt. And also, just for reference there, Magus, there were a couple of magazines out. Tips and Tricks is still around. They're doing a code book, which I think they release every couple of months or so. You know, updating their roster and, you know, providing a little bit more strategy for some of the more popular games at the time. And GamePro did release a spin-off of SWAT Pro, which has gone through a number of names. SWAT, SWAT Pro, and the final incarnation was Code Vault. But that didn't really last that long. In fact, if I remember reading Wikipedia right, the people that make GamePro pretty much dropped that segment, along with a bunch of others. But, you know, in summation, I still think strategy guides are essential, and they're nice to have. I mean, besides the obvious collector's thing, it is nice if you just want to, like, pull one out and use it to help out with the game. My personal feeling is that you really should kind of wait to use the strategy guide unless you're like really stuck, or like if you've played through the game before, or you know, start to end and you go, okay, hey, I've beaten the game, maybe at some point I'll play through it again and see what I missed. That is one of the good times to have the strategy guide, just to kind of see, okay, if I went here, I could have gotten this, this, and this. And, you know, that's just pretty much my thoughts about the whole thing. I can't say that I remember a lot of the tip videos, but, you know, maybe that's just me. Alright, that about does it for this video. I'll catch you guys next time. May your save files never be corrupted. Bye-bye.